Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of On the Bench with Pete. This is the series where we just paint along and try to rid the world of unpainted miniatures. So grab yourselves a brush, cup of tea, coffee, whatever your poison is, and let's sit down and let's paint together whilst I ramble on about some stuff. So what we're going to be working on today is some Zombicide figures. Got these walkers here, just 3 of them. I've done a load of them already, just the skin, and working on the tank tops of the Zombicide fatties as well. So that's what we're going to be doing at this stage of the game. So if I can get quite a good shot there, and we'll start painting scene. I may have to stop halfway through to connect the battery pack up. Not that you'll notice any difference with that, but yeah, just so I can make sure I don't run out. I'm just shaking up the zombie skin colour that I'll be using. So I haven't done, feels like I haven't done one of these for ages, so it's going to be good to get going with it. Just water it down a bit, just using ordinary water for this one. Some of these zombie paints are quite thick in the bottle, so you really got to thin them down quite substantially. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, right. So as you know, these are not tutorial videos, which is just as well, eh? And just a chance to get some painting done together. So perhaps one day we can do a, I don't know, a live painting session. I've seen people do that. It looks quite good fun. So that might be something on the cards for the future. Who knows? But yeah, I've got a few things if I can remember what I want to touch on. In the meantime, I'm trying out a new palette at the moment as well. The old Ferrero Rocher box, which is nice because the grooves give, well, the indentations allow me to mix quite easily. Yeah, I only want this on nice and thin. That's another one. I think these are called walkers. Not sure. Yeah, it's called zombie skin. This this colour. So really, I'm just lobbing it on the actual skin places, and that's with no regard for detail or overpainting. I'm cool with that. It's fine with me. Okay, so something I wanted to talk about was these, I don't know what you call them, like where YouTubers are kind of asking for handouts, I guess. I think they do, I think one's called like Patreon, is it? Where subscribers can donate, like a sort of donation thing. And I wonder what the general consensus of that was, or what people's thoughts are on it, because I've got mixed feelings on it, really. I think it needs to evolve a lot more. I don't know why, I just can't help getting the feeling that it's begging, almost. It's, and I've seen, not to mention any names, but I've seen and followed and been disappointed by some people doing this and promising to use the money for good things, like, you know, get a new camera. Once I've got that, I'm going to do a ton load of videos and we're going to get it all out and you're going to have loads more content to watch, and they get their camera and that's it, pretty much. And they start making videos so much on the actual hobby of what it was all about. I kind of think, I can't help but feel disappointed on that, you know? A genuine disappointment. This is almost the consistency of milk here. I don't care. They're zombies, man, who cares? That's the beauty of this game. Just slap some paint on. The survivors, the characters themselves, I did spend a little bit more time in camera. Okay, that's that. Brain Matter Beige will be next. It's like a lighter version of that. I'm going to be doing the tank tops of the fatties. So here he is. Right there. So I want to do his tank top. That's what I want to be doing. So let's find paint. Shake it. They're hard to shake, these thick paints. Let's have a sip of tea. Oh, still hot in my thermal mug. But yeah, I mean, people will say, oh, you know, just donate a couple of dollars a month or a couple of quid a month, whatever. And I don't know, it just doesn't seem right to me. It doesn't sit well. Another thing which bugs me, and this isn't to do with that, well, loosely, is the advertising that you get on YouTube channels, which is fine, well and good. If you can make a living doing your channel off the advert, or if you can make some money off that, great, you know, fair play to you. But I'll tell you what really bugs me, okay, and it's people making stupid videos with titles just to get you to press play on the video and get past that initial skip point advertisement. Stuff like, and I'm, you know, just for instance, plucking one out of the air here, the latest official Star Wars movie trailer. Alright, and that'll get people watching that, and obviously they have to go through the advert, and I think that's just I think that's poor. I don't like that. I disagree with it. So yeah, that's just what I think anyway. Brain Matter Beige. I need a bigger brush. Get myself a bigger brush. Yeah. Yeah. So it just annoys me, that, you know. I'll try and keep on camera here. It's just very difficult painting and making sure you're in shot at the same time. Yeah, so anyway, it's just a bugbear of mine, really, if you will. Whilst we're on the subject of YouTube channels, and I've touched upon this before, and some YouTube channels, it saddens me when they just stop, and you got to wonder, you know, what unfortunate series of events has caused this. And I appreciate that in some cases they may have actually, the person may have actually passed on, and that's really sad. I see some channels, because the channels are still out there alive and kicking, but obviously with no content going up. And I don't know, it just strikes a sad chord with me, that. You just get in. No, I mean, I'm terrible for just getting in or just finding something and then it ends or it changes. Good example of that is Warhammer. I got into Warhammer 6th edition. Finally got myself the rulebook. I'm talking weeks after, just weeks after getting into the hobby. Got myself the rulebook. Took me ages to read it. Literally within a week or so of my finishing the rules, and I'm thinking, I think I'll get my head around that, yeah. They come out with a new edition. Saying you got to buy all this new books and that as well. And I'm just like, figures. That's my story of my life, that, you know. So I should be used to it, I guess. Just keep an eye on the battery here as well, because I should plug in my camera when I'm doing these, because these are kind of long videos, and I will keep a check on that throughout this video. Be nice to do it without having to stop and do all that, but sometimes the camera it's just stopped. And I've been sat here talking for ages and not even realised, and I've looked up and said, I guess the power went then. So yeah, so that was kind of funny when that happened, but I was like, oh yeah. Anyway, yeah, so some channels, you know, they stop, and it's a shame, and I don't know, it's odd, isn't it? I wonder what happens, what has happened to these people, you know. One example is like, is it Warhammer Joey Barry? What happened to her channel? Stopped all of a sudden. The last video she put out, she was talking about what she's going to do. I think she was talking about what she's going to do on the next video. And it all stopped. So I don't know. Who knows? I hope you're getting some good stuff done there, guys. Just going to pop him down. Change my brush over for a smaller section. Yeah, oh well. Well, something else I wanted to talk about was black powder. You may have seen that I got that. I was hoping to do a video, what do I think of the rules, but I haven't had a chance to read that. I've had so much other stuff to read. Well, I've been reading the World War II books as well. Finished book 1, there are 23 to go. But it's fascinating stuff. But yeah, all in good time, eh? All in good time. That's the trouble, just being one man, it takes time. I really try and do as much as I can with the time I got. But you just can't do it all. That's unfortunate. I wish I could. Sometimes I wish I didn't have to sleep so I could just keep doing it, you know, just keep going. I've never slept that great anyway. There's always a little bit, isn't there? Sometimes hold my breath. I don't mean to. I do these little bits. Do you find that? What I'll do for the first coat on him. I'll pop him down there. To this guy. He's got a grey boiler suit. I just did the two colours, blue or grey, because it kind of gets out of hand after a while. Especially when you're doing as many figures as I'm doing here, these guys. It just takes ages. Keep changing over. Anyway, yeah, black powder, going back to that. Well, I first came across that at the Wargaming Club. When I was invited to join some guys playing American Civil War, which I love. I love that period. I don't mean in terms of gaming, because I've never, apart from that one game, I've never gamed with it before. But just in terms of general historical interest, really. It's always fascinated me, the American Civil War. And it was good to play a tabletop game based on it. And the rules we were playing, I was kind of spoon-fed a lot of it, but they seemed very, very nice and general, and you could basically apply it to a lot of games. So that's what appealed to me. Let's get this. Right. That's what appealed to me. So I haven't read through it yet, but what I've experienced of it, it looks well cool. Looks very good, and yeah, a system I'd be happy to play with any time, I think. Yeah, but American Civil War, that would probably be my first venture into that system, anyway. Not just because it's what I played, but it's because it's an interest to me as well, you know. And I would like to do that. Be fun just to play through some battles from the American Civil War. I kind of didn't get it to start with, the whole reenactment thing. But you don't just have to do reenactments, but I think they are fun. And it doesn't matter who wins, it's just a game. So, kind of fun to see, I think, and play through. Oh, these fatties are a nice miniature, actually, that I'm painting here. I had a question on my last P&Q. It was about my the werewolf game I used to be in 2 years ago, and this got me to thinking. I haven't actually role played for quite a while now. I do miss that. I used to enjoy role playing, but I got put off, I think, when D&D all changed and got a bit super technical, and well, I don't know what edition that was, but it just put me off it. I prefer simple rules, minimum rules, maximum gameplay. That's my thing. Yeah. almost done a second shirt here. Yeah, these really are nice miniatures. It's a nice cast, this, I think. Can't wait to get them all on the table and you know, play a game with them all fully painted. I mean, they're not going to be like exceptional standard or anything. Just a, what I call a gaming standard, which I've got three levels. Right, I've got gaming standard, which is basics. I mean, you can go lower than that if you want. Like you get your just 3 colours on and a wash. Then I got tabletop standard, which is what I try and paint like my Warhammer figures and you know, any other games I'm playing, like war games and that. And things like board games, I just have what I call the gaming standard, which is this here, which looks rubbish at the moment. But you got to bear in mind, you're going to be about at least 3 feet away from them. It's a board game, so you're not going to be picking them up all the time and saying, "Oh, wow, these are great figures." It's just there to try and pique your imagination a bit. Really, that's it. Really, to try and get that suspension of disbelief going. But yeah, like I said, and then the war games, I've got the tabletop stuff, which is a bit more than that. I like to try and do some highlights and things like that, where light catches the model and things like that. Just to try and do the best I can, really. And then one day, on my most favourite models, I try and do, I haven't really got a name for it, but my best standard I can do, really. But that takes time. And sometimes, like the best standard I can do, like for instance my Broodlord conversion I'm doing, that's the best I can do. It might not be the best in the world, but it's the best I can do. And I'm learning stuff all the time from it, you know. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Just keep learning new things and doing new stuff. I've seen a few other people doing these painting vlogs now, actually, and I'm really glad about that, because they're kind of one of my favourite. They're kind of one of my favourite videos to make. Although they can be a bit back aching or muscle aching at times, believe it or not. It's got to be in a certain position, not the kind of painting position I would normally be in for speed painting. And things like this, I do try and get them done as fast as I can, really, without messing them up. Beginning to think I shouldn't have primed them in black, but I don't know how many coats I'll have to put on, or whether to just see what happens. It's going to be dirty anyway, aren't they? And blood splattered and whatever else. Anyway, so expanding into other games, I've been asked about, where is this going and where is this leading to? And in all honesty, I don't know. And as you know, I mean, I started off, as you know, oh, you may not know, but I started off with the Warhammer, and it isn't all that long ago, really, any of it. The whole thing, I didn't, you know, we're talking less than a year. And, you know, and I've gone into other stuff, like bolt action. Recently purchased a starter set for, and I'm trying to paint up as well and learn the rules for. I'm hoping to start getting some games of that before long, and I can learn the rules practically, actually learn them. But yeah. It's always easier to learn the rules when you're actually playing the game rather than just reading about it. Yeah, I think you've got to really put it into practice or try. learn from your mistakes and so on. Yeah, base colours. I love putting the first couple on because you haven't got to be too careful, but in the latter period of base coating your models sometimes can be finicky. This isn't too bad. In some models it can be. Like I say, this is a really good model to paint. The area's nice and easy. Got good access to the areas of the model, like the way his arms are and that. But yeah, as I was saying, gone into bolt action. Ronin, that's another one. The appeal for that is the small skirmish scale. Skirmish games I think are good. You can get loads of games in and and it doesn't take long to paint up your armies and collect your armies. It keeps your interest up, I think. Well, if it does for me, anyway, it keeps my interest up. Ronin looks really cool. So I'm hoping to start work on a small sort of battle area table thing for that soon. Right, 4 down. I'm going to have a sip of tea, I think. How's the battery doing? Alright. Okay. So yeah, I'm really excited about Zombicide. I would like to try and put some, games up of that. Maybe a how-to series. I think with Warhammer, I mean, my how-to-play series, never really took off. So I got to thinking, I'm really not the best person to be teaching how to play Warhammer. I've only just started it myself, so there are many better how to play videos out there. I mean, Martin McNeil did a brilliant series on how to play. I'm not going to compete with stuff like that, and I don't want to. Let the people who can do it better do it, I say. I think you've got to stick with what works for you. Do the stuff that you like doing, as well as other people. If you do a video series and it becomes quite popular, and you like doing it, then you should keep doing it. This series seems quite popular. I only really started this series for my own personal amusement and enjoyment. Well, like I did with the whole channel, really, but it's kind of taken off bigger than I thought it would. I never dreamed I'd have people actually subscribing to my channel, and that's great, and commenting on it and things. I hoped to try and start the whole P&Q series, to try and get some interaction going with anybody that might watch my videos. I never dreamed for a million years it would actually come to fruition. People comment and they send emails, which is great. I think there's a lot of people out there that are afraid to ask the question in front of people. It's like, do you remember being at school and you really wanted to ask a question and you were so thankful when someone else asked the question you wanted to ask, then you didn't have to look as foolish as they were looking at the time. And I think it's that kind of mentality in a lot of cases. It doesn't even have to be questions, just comments, you know. And it helps get your confidence level up as well. And it's great to see, you know, more and more channels appearing on a daily basis. It's just great. So, as you know, I do my YouTube channel of the week. It will help keep that series alive, you know, and more channels that appear. That's another one. So that's 5 down, ready to go. Yeah. As I was talking about earlier with the adverts and the whole monetization thing, I had a look at that initially. What, monetization? Oh, make some money on YouTube. That's cool. Then I realised quickly that the amount of views you'd need to get to actually make decent money was phenomenal. So I kind of just stopped doing it. I thought people might be annoyed enough as it is having to skip through adverts without me adding into it. So yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, so there we are. I've got to try and sort my man cave out a bit. I kind of saw an earlier picture of it that was taken when I first moved it around, and at the time I thought, oh, I need a bit of it's a bit busy in there. I need a bit of could do with a bit of a sort out. But when I looked at the picture, it looked positively tidy compared to how it does now, and I'm thinking, I need to sort this out. I've got this dream of extending my garden shed and turning it into a man cave. You see, it's a brick shed, you see. I'm looking at that. If I could get that done, that would be awesome. Because then I'd have somewhere to do my hobby. I could have a table set up all the time, or tables. People could just come. You know, I'm looking at getting quotes to see how much it would cost. Getting an outside toilet and everything put in as well, and electric and heating and everything. People could come and just come around to me, and we could just play war games here in relative comfort. You know, the table would already be set up. You know, we could film back reps or something. You know, the possibilities are endless once you've got that facility. I mean, some people I've seen on YouTube have gone for the wooden shed option. And that's an option. It's not ideal, but it's better than nothing. And I haven't discounted that. But I want to have a look at the brick building option first. You know, it's just I want to see if that's possible, because I don't think it's beyond the realms of possibility at the moment. I really don't. Yeah, so that's my dream, as it were. Because I'm surrounded by stuff here. And I'm forever tripping over things or things getting in the way. It's bound to annoy people. I don't want to annoy people. It's the last thing I want to do. It annoys me. So, yeah, get a man cave. Separate. So it'll be kind of separate from the house, but I don't know, the way the building is kind of set up, you could have a walkway to it almost. Well, overhead walkway. Well, you know, on like a sort of roof. Keep you dry. So people could come to my house, we could just get straight on with it. And yeah, I mean, people are welcome to come around anyway and play, but at the moment, you have to play in like my living room, and that's fine. I'm happy to do that, but I think just think it would look better in another area. You can have tables set up all the time. You can have storage areas for scenery and things. It'd just be awesome. That's my dream. Yeah, it really is. Anyway, all cool things. You gotta have a dream first, right, guys? Yeah, I mean, I look at some of the man caves out there, and I just in total envy. I mean, I realise I'm lucky having the room here. Some people haven't even got that, and it must be really difficult. And I wonder, they still put loads of content out on YouTube, and it amazes me. It totally inspires me. I think, wow. I mean, imagine if these guys had a, dedicated area. Okay. Last one. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, I enjoyed filming my day out yesterday for the Martin McNeil competition. That was good fun. Just forced me to go around places I don't normally go, apart from the game shops, obviously. And naturally, I couldn't help but purchase something in Antics when I went in there. Got bits of scenery and some primer. I thought, well, while I was there, So yeah, that was a good day out. Really enjoyed it. It was sunny, which always helps massively. It's just good. I mean, it's a shame I had to really cut a lot of stuff out. I mean, there's so much history in my hometown. It's untrue, and I'm sure there is in everywhere where people live. If you actually look into it, there's loads of history, but it's fascinating. Got this bombed out church on a roundabout, which is it's now a monument from the war, and it doesn't half look like a Warhammer terrain piece. Every time I drive past it, I think, well, that's just Warhammer all over. But there you go. I'm going to be changing my logo as well on my channel. And I know it's changed to... I've got the green dice logo at the moment. But I like dice. I want blue dice. That's what I'm wanting. So I'm looking at changing that. So that's something for the future. And almost done here. Hoping you guys are getting stuff done. Yeah. All very messy, but it is at this stage. And that's it. And I've got to go. Sorry about that. That was someone calling to read the gas and electric meters. Anyway, I hope you got loads of stuff done. As I say, I got these guys done, so hopefully you did too. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now, guys.